Avi.
How's it going, Benji?
I'm doing all right. So nice to hear you say that again.
Your reflexes are slower. You were a little slower coming in after the and we're back.
Well, you used to say, and we're back. How we doing? Or how you doing?
I don't think so. We can go check the archives.
Okay, let's ask Chris to do that. Apologies to the audience, first of all, for the long absence.
Yes.
People look sad, and I don't know why. People look concerned. People look stressed in the streets.
There was something amiss. There was something missing in the universe.
Yeah.
And it's this podcast.
Right. So I asked them, is it the war? They say no.
That's why the war happened, because this podcast was
You think they're trying to spur us?
You never know. Everything's connected.
Those crafty Iranians. By the way, I'm on team Iran.
Are you?
Versus Iran.
Oh, I see.
Meaning, when
Iran.
my daughter said to me in the first time when we heard the siren, she said, I think it's Iran. I said, it's what? She said,
Iran. There's Iran.
Iran.
There's also Iran.
That I don't accept at all.
No.
How are you?
I'm doing good under the circumstances.
Yeah.
In Hebrew, when people ask me how I'm doing, I say that I flower in war. Ani poreach b'milchamot. And then I explain it's because I have from the stress I have prichot.
Does anybody laugh?
So yeah, they do laugh. Uncomfortable. Prichot is a rash.
Yeah, okay.
So you see how it's connected. Ani poreach b'milchamot ki yesh li prichot me'alachatz.
Yeah. I want to apologize to the audience. I'm slightly under the weather.
Yes, you are.
And the mellifluous sound they're used to hearing coming from my throat is slightly raspy
where it came
today.
from?
Yeah, and so you'll be hearing mucus and coughing and stuff like that a little bit, which might bother you. Truth is, with my daughter, even chewing bothers her. She might have a mental problem.
It's like melliflu viscous or not viscous. I never remember if viscous means you can pour it or you can't pour it. Do you?
I don't know that.
I wonder if I even knew that before I made Aliyah. That might be something I never knew.
You probably did. You're not so smart.
It should mean pourable, but I think it means not pourable. Something that's
viscous?
Yeah.
I could ask AI.
No. We're not
Okay, I ask it everything now.
Speaking of the weather and you being under it, and this I have to give a shout out, a hat tip to my cousins in Jerusalem, the Wieners, who mentioned this at a recent simcha that they had. There's been a lot of happy occasions since the.
By the way, no one says I have to give a hat tip.
I think
I tip my hat.
but I think
you don't give a hat tip
in the parlance.
No, you just forgot your English.
Do you give a tip at the coat check?
Yeah, that's giving the coat check.
Do you ever check a hat?
A tip for holding
your
hat.
Do you ever check a hat?
I don't wear hats.
Then you give a hat tip.
So you want to give them a hat tip?
Check.
Meaning you gave the Wieners a hat.
I miss
and they're holding
so
it for
much.
you for 3 weeks now?
Anyway, what I want to say about the weather is that I never knew that the most important book in my childhood would be, the most realistic one, would be Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. You just replace meatballs with missiles, and you see that it was just a metaphor for our current life.
Yeah, but we've had some sunny days.
And also in the book, you have some sunny days.
Oh, I didn't read that book.
There's different kinds. There's meatballs and
you
spaghetti.
try to fake it a little bit. Like someone says, talks about War and Peace and then gets deep into the plot and then I'm in trouble. Like that just happened to me right there. Yeah, because I know there's a book. I think there was a movie, but I didn't see it. I'm not as cultured as you.
War and Peace is by Tolstoy. he was okay. No, he was a decent author. I read his, and I'm not saying this out of. He's an amazing author. But the other guy, Dostoevsky, who wrote Crime and Punishment.
I'm in trouble.
That is the worst book I ever read.
I
ever read.
But that's not consensus.
No, I wonder how many people who talk about the book read the book. I tried.
You're going to make me start this book on Shabbos. Yeah.
You know why I got into the Russian authors, Benji? No. Because Norm Macdonald. Was an expert.
Okay. Back to the war. Back to the war. Something that I can actually talk about.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, you didn't. Well, you've seen me some changes that happened right before the war because people like big changes that people don't know about because we went a long time without doing our podcast before the war. I got glasses.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank you. I'm not self-conscious at all about that.
I think we did talk about the glasses.
For real?
Yeah, you went to the optometrist and you got locked in because they weren't open.
I think I might have told you that. I don't know if I told the audience that, but maybe.
I'm not sure.
I don't know, but that was funny. But anyway, and I was doing a lot of comedy before the war.
You have done a lot of stand-up.
Yeah. My mission in life is that it be universally acknowledged that I'm funnier than you. And that means going to every town, every hamlet.
I think actually it might be better if you stop going.
Is that right? No, your mother's a holdout. I send her clips, and she's like, no, still
My mom?
still Avi. Yeah. She won't buy it.
Wow.
But I try to start with an audience by talking about my new glasses, and because there's a little bit of truth to this. Like, I never liked people with glasses. I looked at them as weak. Like they had these like crippled eyes, and I had perfect vision, and now I'm with him. It's like wearing. It's a massive thing. It covers your whole a whole big chunk of your face.
Yeah, it's just a narrow line. But
no, it's like the people it's like the people that would wear in like the 80s. I don't know if they still do. You don't see them around like when they had braces and they had this brace.
Oh, the night brace.
That's what I feel like I'm wearing all the time with these things.
That was a bold move to wear the night brace during the day.
I think it was something that the dentists required. Yeah, well, I don't think it wasn't a fashion statement.
Those kids that you made fun of with your shallow judgment of people, they have better teeth than you.
Exactly. But I started this set by saying I never like people with glasses, like you, and I pointed them out, and you had told me, don't turn the audience against you.
I think that's okay, though.
Is that right? Yeah. No, because one guy just he was like frowning after that. I don't know what the story was.
It hurt his feelings.
Yeah, so got glasses, and then the war started. So I can see the missiles.
Do you see causation between your getting glasses?
I don't. How's the war going for you?
Well, I said I'm flowering.
Yep.
We have. I don't like the war. It's a tremendous amount of uncertainty all the time. You're constantly I went to buy flowers today to plant with my grandsons who are coming in our garden.
Nice.
And you walk into the place, the first thing is like, let me show you the Sefer, the Merchav Mugan.
Yeah.
Which is amazing that they even have one built underneath the place where they sell flowers. That's unusual.
I guess.
I was expecting to take my chances, like being brave to go out and buy flowers. Which is
well, are you taking long trips? Like, would you drive to Jerusalem, let's say?
I would. Yeah. I had one at the side of the road. It was humiliating. It was on...
you weren't wearing pants.
Route 4, but our Route 4, not the Teaneck Route 4.
Right.
And the side of the road, you never really notice this, but the barrier...
By the way, they're equally meaning Jewish commuters on both of those, I think.
Same amount. Yes. You mean it's like apartheid in New Jersey also?
Pretty much.
And so I get to the side of the road, I get out, and the barrier is much, much higher than you think it is.
You're saying the median in between?
It's not the median. I was stopped on the right side, so the barrier on the right side of the road. And there's no way I can get over that. It's also a little sharp on top. It's thinner.
I've never tried to scale it.
It's thinner and higher. Kind of like your glasses.
I don't want to talk about my glasses.
And so I had to go under.
To get to where?
To just get to this, a little bit away from your car and into the, I think it's called, and you don't get to use this word a lot, a culvert.
Rarely use it. Yeah. So, and that's where you ended up?
I ended up in a culvert.
Alone.
And then I climbed back out of it. There's like a ditch that led to a culvert. And then I climbed back out of the ditch and got back to the car when it was over. And I didn't wait that long, as long as you're probably supposed to. And then I get back to the car, and the car won't start because I don't have my keys. And then I go back to the side, and I see that they're in the ditch. So it's back on rolling under this, under getting the keys, get back.
Sounds like Mission Impossible. You did a lot of stuff.
It's a big question how long you stay in the safe room.
I don't think so, that you get a message that tells you to leave.
So only nerds wait for the message. I don't mean to insult anyone in our audience who waits for the message, but that's like the full time. That's like...
By the way, you're the exact opposite of our home front command. That all they keep doing is drilling into us to stay, and now you're calling everyone who stays a nerd.
Right. So you're supposed to say until they give the message, but the message is a little bit too long. I wait 10 minutes from the time of the siren, because you want to give enough time for any debris that they blew up in the atmosphere to fall down. And that could take a while. So I think 10 minutes.
10 minutes sounds fair.
So we wait 10 minutes, but if I'm fleshik, I wait 6 hours and 10 minutes.
There you go. By the way, I ended up in a funny one. I was driving, and then I got the alert. You got a pre-alert. So that's a weird thing. And by the way, there's something funny about these alerts. I mean, it's all horrible, but like you can hear massive explosions one town over, and you
didn't get an alert. I just had that at the flower store today.
Yeah, I keep getting that. I'm like, who cares? I didn't get the alert, like as if it's like absolute science.
It's a boom and then a low rumbling, a continuous rumble.
I think the rumbling is explosions of the interceptors.
The bomblets. Isn't that a nice word, a bomblet? Yeah. I didn't want to get a bomb, but I got you a bomblet.
Yeah, I like that.
It's
nice.
I
have juglets at home.
What's a juglet? A small jug?
No, yeah, a small jug they're from antiquity. You know, I collect archaeology illegally.
Yeah.
Oops.
It's a good thing.
No, but I was going to tell you, I was driving, right? And then I got the alert, and I was not somewhere, I didn't know exactly where I was, like to find a shelter, actually. So I just drove randomly and ended up in a dead end and then backed out.
Oh, man.
And then I saw people walking in the direction of a building. So I just sort of parked and ran in with them. And I ended up in a dentist's office, and their safe room was literally one of the treatment rooms with a guy in there with
his mouth open.
His mouth completely open, and just us around him. Like, it was...
Did he...
He didn't seem that... He was sort of smiling. I couldn't tell if he was smiling, but he was the only guy not talking.
If that's me, I rinse, spit, and greet you guys.
It's all right. He didn't do that, no. But it was a lot of us. But, that little trip to the dentist reminded me... just to be,
like... No, it's just a Slurpee thing.
They shut all that off. Yeah. What it reminded me of, and I'm going to get serious for a second, is how traumatizing all of this is for so many young people, even if they don't realize it. Like, what crazy childhoods they've had. Because another person that came in there with me was a woman with a carriage and a toddler, I would say. Mm. And then coming out of there were these steps, and the toddler cartwheeled down the steps and hit her chin. And I'm like, this is so bad.
Yes.
Like, it's just the idea, meaning you had a crazy charmed childhood on the Upper West Side or whatever.
I want to talk a little about
I mean,
that.
I can't even relate to sometimes with your...
And on the ski slopes
with your hat tip.
Colorado.
Yeah. And I had a regular, middle class, rough and tumble, T-neck. Yeah. But for us, how
You're street
privileged.
Smarts. You have street smarts.
I had street... Yeah.
You competed in breakdance competitions.
On Cedar Lane.
Don't be modest. I know.
Well, yeah. I was in Electric Boogaloo too, I think. Yeah. So I just feel I'm saying something serious now, and you're not allowing me. But
go ahead.
There is such trauma. It must be for 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds to know that there are flaming missiles headed toward them.
Flaming, they're going to say something else.
And we're trying to knock down the sky, and there are explosions, and there are sirens, and they're running shelter in the middle of the night, and these poor mothers and fathers. So shout out to the Jews.
Shout out to the toddlers. To the Jews.
They don't listen, but we have Jews who listen. So all you mothers and fathers dealing with this, shout out to most of the Israelis, not many of the people. So I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about what's happening in the West Bank. I don't want to upset our listenership with the amount of violence that these people, some of them, most Minachalim are fantastic people.
It's like a serious topic.
These hilltop youth, they don't go to jail. All they do is kill.
We don't have enough jails. Have I spoken about my plan about jails on the air? Here's my plan.
Yes, you have.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
If you would do my plan, then we would have enough jails.
Anyway, you're right. 99% of Israelis get a shout out right now.
My plan, of course, is to draft the Haredim into a unit of the army that builds jails, just men.
Yep.
And can daven and whatever and learn and build the jails. then a few of them stay out to be the wardens, but most of them go into the jail for evading the draft. I guess those ones don't. Mm. And and also you'd have enough jails to put people. I think we have an under.
Could work. They have to be badat.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I imagine
we can even have separate
jails.
Separate. What do you call it? Wards
for men and women, or
you can have a badat's one. You can have a milchik one, a fleishik one. You can have one for Pesach.
I see. Yeah. There's so many minyanim. Oh my god. We create like 5 shuls.
It could be like the lineup outside. I don't know if they do that in jails. It's more like in Holocaust movies where they line everyone up and take attendance.
The appel?
What? No, but they take everyone out.
Yeah, that's what it's called in the Holocaust.
What's it called?
Appel.
Appel?
It's like
Appel means name or to call. I guess roll call in French.
I know. I'm a historian.
Je m'appelle Avi.
I don't know what you said.
Anyway, it means my name is Avi. But you could just imagine in the Haredi jails that I'm building, that the Haredim are building, that you have the thing and then just someone just says, you could just do like a huge baruch hu. That'd be another minion.
Yeah.
I once wanted to do that at a Yankee game. There was a huge line for the kosher Frankfurters, the kosher food. It's not just Frankfurters. There's so much more. At
the Yankee game, there's a lot more kosher food than hot dogs.
There's a knish. Not really. There's French fries. But anyway, I'm waiting online for the kosher food. It's a huge line. It's moving very, very slowly.
Yeah.
And what I thought
everyone's negotiating over the price of the hot dog when they get there. Yeah.
And I thought about saying baruch hu and then and then get to Shemona Esrei and cut the line.
That could work.
You freeze them.
You freeze them, exactly.
Like, just kidding. I already davened.
But the guy behind the counter of the thing, is he from?
No.
Oh, so he would serve you.
Keep doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea. That's not. But I was in the middle of a shout out to 99% of Israel, except for this Hilltop youth. And so, Israel, tremendous shout out to you. You're going through a lot. Tremendous shout out to our brave. I don't know if they all live on hills. Tremendous shout out to our brave pilots and the pilots of the United States of America. I was in the U.S. Shortly before the war. I got a good sense of what's going on over there.
Mm-hmm. You took the pulse of America?
I pretty much did. First of all, prices are high.
For what? What are you buying?
Kosher food.
What's a guy like you buy besides glasses? Kosher food.
Yeah, kosher food. I was in one of those kosher. I was there during something called Yeshiva Week.
Yeshiva. Oh, I was there for Yeshiva Week.
My Yeshiva Week was better than yours.
On the slopes of Vail, Colorado.
Oh, we'll get to that in a second because you seem to want to talk about it.
It's just beautiful.
I was in Teaneck, New Jersey. I was the only Jew there.
So, meaning
the Jews, they all were in Vail or wherever.
Exactly.
I went into the big kosher market there, which had the most Teaneck item in history, like sitting there.
I would guess that's tea.
Nope. It's a neck of a chicken. No, it's actually General Tso's sushi. Only Jews could do that.
Okay.
Only Jews could screw up two things to create one thing that doesn't taste good.
All right, so let me tell you, this is an incredible segue.
Is this about skiing? Because I feel like you're going to have a heart attack if you don't talk about it.
As you know, I'm in Avelut. Okay, so
you brought it to there.
And I'm still in the year of Avelut for my father.
Quiet.
And so I'd go to shul whenever I try to get minyan. So on the way, we flew from Israel to New York. We couldn't go directly to me and my two boys.
My two boys and I.
My two boys and I. I was trying to be more colloquial because even though I'm, skiing on Vail, I want to sound like I'm with the people.
Oh, I see.
So I said me and my boys.
Oh,
my boys and me.
Meaning like the simple
me and the boys
make grammatical mistakes. Go on.
Yeah, I made a group in WhatsApp and I spelled boys with a Z.
Oh, wow. That's low-key cool.
But not with the line in the middle.
Okay, anyway, what happened?
So we couldn't. I scheduled a flight so I could make make all the Kaddish. Not as many. So we stopped in New York. We did a full day of Kaddish because you couldn't catch a flight in JFK or Newark to continue to Denver without missing a davening. So that's prayer for our non-Jewish listeners.
Mm-hmm.
Prayer service. And so we did a day in New York and we had a great time. We ate pizza, did a bunch of other fun stuff. And then the next morning we took off to Denver after Minyan on the 10 a.m. flight.
This is such a long intro to something. I don't know what. I don't care about your travel schedule. I don't care about what you eat.
Then we had to spend the day in Denver. So we get off the plane because I got to get a Mincha and Ma'ariv in Denver and then go to Vail by car. Wait, people can put this on their part.
Okay, but it's a minute in.
Okay, I'm getting to it now. Anyway, we get to this place. I'm what? I'm going to be spending a week in Colorado with my two boys. I might need some bourbon. And I see that there's a what colloquially known as a liquor store in this kind of strip mall type place that are common in America.
Sure.
And I'm in the rear of it, and so I come around to it, and what you see is every mistake you can make in your life is in this strip mall. Starts with the liquor store. And then, I don't know if you know this, but Denver is a free state as far as marijuana is concerned.
Okay.
So there's a dispensary.
Right.
There's a massage parlor.
Well, that could just be
Massages are fine. It's the parlor.
Right.
And then there was a restaurant.
That's fine.
It's fine, except the huge sign that said Mexican sushi. It's like the levels of hell. And that was that place. And I reminded of it because you talked about General Tso's sushi.
Tso's, yeah.
So.
Yeah. I understand how we got there. Was that what you want to talk about? The skiing trip?
No, that was just on the way. If you can imagine, the ski vacation got even better than Mexican sushi.
So what happened?
We just had a fantastic time with all my cousins and who hosted us for a ton of the stuff, and was an amazing time. We just spent time with my cousins that a lot of them I don't see very often.
Right.
And the skiing is unbelievable. It's such a beautiful place.
Check your privilege. I'm walking around Teaneck trying to find a friend. I found one Jew. He was my neighbor from Ra'anana. Jeff Morris.
They were all in Vail. We had minyanim with our family, but there was one that I got to go to the Beit Chabad there.
I feel like this is a low-key flex of the because I see it, this obsessiveness about saying Kaddish, which is amazing.
There were 200
Have
Jews.
you missed a Kaddish yet?
I don't want to talk about it.
No, because when you miss one, you can miss them all.
I want to talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's hard for you to talk about.
But I did not miss any in Colorado on that
great.
trip.
And so it's true devotion to your father and to the Eibishter.
It's also nice. OCD, but it's all of that.
Okay, good.
And it is nice.
The OCD, I see. That I see. Anyway, I just wanted to finish about my shout out. I just want to say something
serious about cottage. Sometimes I feel like, if for example, we said cottage, my nephew put on tefillin for the first time, and that's at a minyan, and I said cottage. I feel like it's a little bit of my father being present in a way at that event or whatever event it might be.
Interestingly, when I was saying Kaddish for my father,
and they wouldn't have invited him.
Okay. When I was saying Kaddish for my father, Avi, I was in a school, and there were hundreds of kids, and I was the only one saying Kaddish for the whole year, and somehow it would make me very emotional, and I like 6 months in, I would start crying during Kaddish in front of all these kids who were staring at me like I'm crazy. And so, but that's okay.
They're like, Mr. Hain hates Aramaic.
Exactly. He's really struggling.
Makes him sad.
Back to my shout out. So shout out to all the U.S. service personnel who are doing God's work. Now, did we sort of dupe them into going to war because Bibi is the puppet master and Tucker and Trump is the puppet? That's what the world thinks.
I don't think that's what the world thinks.
Guess what? Look at the polls.
What do the polls have to do with it? Oh,
the world.
The two L's. You didn't mean Poland.
The polls, I have no idea what they're thinking, but they're not so smart. We are in some real trouble, as you know. I don't want to harp on it.
There's a lot of Polak jokes, but Poles are great at math. A lot of cryptography. Why are some things ography, and that's the good one, and some things are ology, and that's the good one?
Like theology?
No, like what do you call it when you get
horology?
No, with the stars.
Astrology.
Yeah. Oh, that's astrology is bad. And
it's
astronomy is good.
It's just not something I believe in.
But biology is science, but astrology is not science.
We'd have to look at the Latin root of what's going on. But there are people out there who are literally pulling their hair out right now.
If they have
poking their eyes out. Also, they have eyes most likely because they know the answers to these things, and then they know that you should.
They're like, all right, okay, fine.
Yeah. Anyway, so shout out to the service personnel.
Big shout out to the service personnel.
It was funny because it's not funny, but like soldiers. It's like
soldiers, sailors, and airmen
in America,
and
all Americans listening, we love you, but there's an element there of like. I guess the soldiers are coddled a little bit. Like a lot of the press here was talking about on one of these big old aircraft carriers, how bad it is that they've been deployed so long. Like they can't do their laundry. One of them missed their great grandfather's funeral. You know what? Wow. It's war. I mean, what are you going to do? Yeah, there was a fire. I don't know about that.
And there was a fire. The carrier, I don't know if it's still in action or not, but it was a serious fire.
Yeah, they took it to somewhere to be fixed.
That's serious.
I don't know where it is. Now,
to me, it's so clear.
All the war is bad, Avi. Not all the war. I'm hoping there'll be a great outcome. And
all wars are bad.
War is hell. But wars can serve a good purpose, meaning there can be a good outcome in a war, and that's what we're very much hoping for in this war for Israel and the U.S. and the world. But what was I just going to talk about?
Laundry.
Oh, the good news. Boom. Won a couple $100 on Polymarket.
Polymarket is a terrible thing.
It's destroyed my life.
Terrible thing. You read the article in the Times of Israel?
I did, but let me tell you how I won it. Because I saw what looked like preparation for war here before the war was starting.
How did you notice that? What did you notice?
I noticed a tremendous buildup of troops. I've noticed people going to Miluim, reserve duty, all around me. I go in Polymarket and I realize I know more than some idiot from Ecuador because I see stuff happening here. So boom, $200 on the war starting. And boom, I'm wealthy, but I screwed up already because you got
paid in crypto?
Yeah, I got two It's my first foray into crypto. I have no idea what that is. Yeah. But I seem to be making crypto here, except then I started betting on everything. Like, I'm a little bit of an addict.
What are you betting on now?
So I had seen this movie, One Battle After Another, and I also saw another movie that was called, Marty Supreme.
I did not see that.
Oh.
I've no patience for movies anymore, and it's something I hate about myself.
You saw Cloudy with a whatever of meatballs, so you're set in terms of culture forever, Philistine. And so I saw Marty Supreme. I saw that guy Chalamet had a fantastic performance, and I saw the odds were pretty low on him winning Best Actor, and I'm like, ooh,
his winning.
What'd I say?
Him winning.
Fine.
It's a gerund.
Okay. So I saw whatever I saw, and I said, damn, I'm going to polymarket this to wealth. And so I
to the moon.
I put a lot of money on Chalamet.
Not winning.
Winning.
Oh.
But I hadn't seen any of the other movies or known much about it. And then I told my wife, who's a lovely woman and puts up with a lot.
I guess you hadn't seen the documentary Chalamet Box Office Disaster.
No, he had upset the Academy by saying things like, at least I'm not in a dying profession, like ballerinas or something, or opera singers. He did some things that were not right. Also, he wasn't black. And Hollywood is still pretty woke with a capital W. And so I wasn't thinking about these things. And maybe Michael B. Jordan had a better performance, actually. Like, I shouldn't assume it wasn't great.
Michael is Jordan.
Oh, no, that was Ebonics I just did. Like, I'm trying to be with it. So there I was with my bet, and I lost. And so the money's starting to drain out of my crypto account.
It's not real money, it's just crypto.
I don't know.
Jews have been into crypto for, I think, about 1,000 years.
More?
But
1,000? Yeah.
Less.
Yeah, around there.
No, not quite. 600 years? Like, since the crypto Jews in Spain.
Since pretty much the 1200s.
I say Marano, you say crypto Jew.
I say crypto Jew. You could say new Christians. You could say conversos. Yeah, it was a bad time for the Jews.
But they had a lot of crypto.
They
nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it. Like, we're so far ahead of this.
I know.
When will the world catch up?
By the way, the funny thing is that
you need blockchain.
Like, you know me, I'm an expert in Jewish history.
Don't hear a lot about the blockchain lately. It's like ever since Trump won.
I don't know what
blockchain used to be everything.
I got to talk to AI about all this stuff because I'm deep into it on Polymarket.
I'm pretty good at identifying these trends that aren't going to go anywhere. One of them was blockchain. I'm like, come on.
I don't even know what that is, but I'm going to look that up so you don't have to explain it. But what's funny about Polymarket is the arguments. Because they'll say the war started. Okay, that was easy. Then I bet on the Straits of Hormuz closing, and there was the way they framed the question. It's not a regulated thing. Like, so, it's like, and it's of course so rife for insider trading. I mean, my God.
Well, that's why it's so corrupt. The people threatened. This reporter threatened his life if he wouldn't change how he characterized the missile falling.
I know, but can you imagine how many people in Israel and in America just told their cousin to to put some money in Polymarket on the war starting? So exactly. I got the Straits of Hormuz closing. Boom. I also there was one about the fact that you would not be able to travel, that the airport would pretty much be closed here. But the Straits of Hormuz and the airport closing, there's tons of arguments because a plane left, or it has to be 80% less traffic through the Straits, and they're trying to calculate how many ships based on satellite imagery that somehow these users have. Like, and I'm like, I can't get into the conversation. I can't work full time.
There's like some Jewish kid on the shore of the Strait of Hormuz there going, that was interference. That was interference. Do over.
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Exactly. But what I've noticed about the anti-Semites now is, and this is the only positive thing maybe about that, is that they're going deep into Jewish history, meaning the world is learning Jewish history ass backwards.
Do you mean 1 Samuel 15? That Tucker quotes all the time.
Is that Amalek?
That's when...
right. Everyone knows Amalek now.
But that's the wrong Amalek verse. That's not what Bibi's talking about.
Bibi's just talking about the regular old...
Remember what Amalek did to you.
Where is that, Vayikra? I don't even know.
It's in Shemot and then again in Deuteronomy.
In Deuteronomy, okay. So...
See, that's another onomy. That's a good onomy. Like astronomy.
Yeah, we're going to have a listener. Maybe we can get a philologist in here. What's that?
It's a small room.
To help us.
A philologist.
I think that's languages.
It is.
Yeah. But anyway, what I really want to do is... I was telling you that
I think... also a diehard Phillies fan.
A philologist? Yeah. I never liked Phillies fans. I never liked Eagles fans, frankly.
I like the Phillies first baseman, John Kruk. Kruk.
I remember him.
He suffered from testicular cancer.
Oh.
And he, in the off season, had to save his life a testicle removed by a surgeon.
This is serious, yeah.
And he came to spring training.
Yep.
With a T-shirt. People were worried about him. His teammates hadn't seen him in the offseason. He comes back to spring training, and his T-shirt said, "If you don't let me play, I'm taking my ball and going home."
That's very good.
It's a true story.
That's great. Nice. I was going to say also that, back to Jewish history. The only upside is people are learning some Jewish history. So people are talking about crypto Jews all the time now because, the claim is that we controlled the slave trade, right? Yes. I don't know if you're deep on X/Twitter like me, following the anti-Semites day and night. The Frankists are making a big comeback, and they were never that big, right? Sigmund Freud, the Frankists. So, like,
who are the Frankists? Are they the Jacobins?
No, that's the Jacobins, but there was a Jacob Frank who claimed to be a reincarnation.
Is that the same Jacob? Is that where the Jacobins come from?
You're embarrassing me, the town, and all the education you ever got at MTA with this conversation.
I just know about...
Jacob Frank was...
Is he from B'nai B'rith?
No. Wait, what?
Candace talks about B'nai B'rith all the time.
No, there she's talking about the Leo Frank case. Meaning the guy who was lynched. Frank? Frank's. He was lynched in the South. And B'nai B'rith was formed, and she claims that he was actually guilty of killing this poor girl in his pencil factory. Do you not listen to any anti-Semites? You should listen to Tucker and Candace.
He was innocent.
We say he was innocent, yes. I hope he was innocent. Now, I think he was. Yes, that's what I always learned. It doesn't really matter. Meaning, a Jew can do something bad.
Yeah.
Now,
that's really bad.
That's terrible. No, that's worse than a lot of things. So what I'm saying is that thankfully we as a society are learning a lot of Jewish history in the wrong way. Jacob Frank, do you know about Jacob Frank?
Yes, but why don't you tell me anyway?
I don't know that much, but he basically...
You were hoping...
I was hoping you'd say yes and explain to me. No, he said he was the reincarnation of Shabtai Tzvi, pretty much.
I know him.
And Jacob Frank, though, said that basically Judaism should be... the way to practice Judaism really is through orgies and, going against everything.
Where do I sign up?
I don't, based on what Candace is saying, they're still around, and a lot of the evil, Jewish ideology comes from all that.
There's nothing evil about orgies, per se. Let me say this. I've been doing some thinking about this.
In the past 30 seconds?
No.
Okay. About orgies?
A couple hours, no. And this is what I think about this anti-Semitism.
Yes.
I've also gone back to an old mentor of mine, a man by the name of Jordan Peterson. I've been listening to some of his new book. I highly recommend it.
He's still around?
He's not well right now, again, apparently. Wishing him a refuah shlema. But he released a book called We Who Wrestle with God from the name Yisrael. Yeah. We wrestle with struggle. We wrestle with God. Anyway, and I love wrestling. You know I love wrestling.
I know you do.
And so this is what I'm thinking. Anti-Semitism is a proxy hatred for the following three things mostly. One is jealousy about talent. Okay, because Jews historically are overrepresented in wealth, financial success in the arts. Okay, right?
Yep.
So that's one thing. That's a standard jealousy that everyone can have. And it comes out in hating the Jews because they're visible, because there's so few of them, and yet there's so many of them who seem to be prominent. Okay, that's number one. Number two, I can't remember what the third one is. What's the third one?
You're embarrassing me in front of our listeners.
Number two,
I'll give you the third one.
It's jealousy. All this talk about these secret rights and organizations, right? That without the GH, the secret and the symbology. Symbology?
That's not a word. Symbolism.
The symbols, the secret symbols, and the planning of these elaborate plots.
Yes.
To me, who can manage their time well enough to do all that stuff?
Oh.
And that look normal. Who has time to be a Frankist and have these secret rights with all these details? I think it's a jealousy about time management.
An orgy is not
a normal. I'm not talking about the orgies.
Oh, okay.
You're not supposed to talk about the orgies.
Okay.
Ixnay on the goroe.
Right. But it's impossible to find a Christian kid for matzah around here. That's why Gullus is better. Like there are many things that are great about Gullus, but like finding a Christian kid and not being noticed, like it's hard.
You shouldn't even joke about that. But
of course,
it's so ridiculous.
Okay, so yeah,
that's my theory. It's a serious.
That's your theory or Jordan Peterson's theory?
Well, Jordan Peterson said the one about it being, frankly,
you didn't say anything.
The second one, time management. It's about time management.
That's why.
Who has time to make a space laser?
You said there are
deploy
3 reasons why people are anti-Semitic. 1, Captain Obvious. We're overrepresented. 2, how do we have time for all these rights? 3 doesn't exist. You just embarrassed me in front of our listenership again.
Sorry. Well, you look good relative to me.
It's making me look great.
You never say there's a third reason that you can't remember.
I just make one up.
So I've had...
wait, Elliot, I wanted to ask you something.
But I had more good news I want to talk about since our last episode, but go ahead.
Oh, well, I thought our listenership that's in Gullus, or Galut, as you like to say, they might want to know what life is like here now during the war.
Okay.
Maybe talk about that.
You don't sleep
right
much in a row.
Everyone's tired.
I actually feel good because I love the feeling of falling asleep. That's my favorite feeling.
Do you fall back asleep quickly?
Yes, and I love it. And then they wake me up again, and I fall back asleep again.
But how do you stay in that semi-slumber so you're able to fall asleep back asleep very quickly if you're getting a siren at like 12, 3, 4:30?
Easy. I'm exhausted, and I'm exhausted from fighting with my family. Do you realize that what we've done with technology is like today, you can order food home.
Yep.
It's called Wolt. Or in
Uber
America,
Eats for our American audience,
and you can order anything. You order shopping, your shopping home, Amazon for our American audience, but
I didn't know
also
that.
with Uber,
Yeah.
they do shopping for you.
Okay,
I have flowers, anything you want, you can order home. And now the last thing I had was going to a place called Osher Ad and buying American quality. What's the name of the brand?
I don't even know the product.
Paper towels and toilet paper.
Oh,
I forgot the brand. It's the brand.
Well, there's the quicker picker upper.
Yeah, is it Bounty? Anyway, no, but it's Bounty quality.
Oh wow,
and
that's
now,
real quality.
Now my wife found a way that you can order that. There's a service that does that for you. So now all I am is at home fighting with my wife and my kids all day long.
What are you fighting
and
about?
And it's anything.
Throw us a crumb here. What's the topic?
It could be anything. Why isn't this clean? Why I might complain about the food. Why don't I have the food I like?
Right.
And then my son, he also gets hangry. Do you use that word at home, hangry?
Hangry is a combination of happy and angry, so it's somewhere in the middle. It's like low-key angry.
I think hungry and angry.
Ah, when you're hungry, okay.
And so now with technology, we can just fight. And
he shouldn't be hangry. He can order food on Wolt.
Point is, I'm exhausted, so I fall right back asleep.
Oh,
I think it's also a stress.
I had a theory that if I scroll on my phone, that'll put me to sleep. Doesn't. Doesn't at all.
You know what? Dim your phone to use the brightness. Put it all the way on almost zero. The lowest it goes.
Yeah.
You'll fall asleep in seconds.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try it. The pain in my eyes.
At our age, you just look...
Okay, so you're saying lack of sleep. I think, by the way, I have so much grace. I love using the word grace, even though I'm not Christian.
Yeah.
I have grace for other people who are typically kind of like, they'll be angry, they'll be short-tempered with me. And I'm like, you're on very little sleep.
You say that at work, like, to your boss?
No.
Benji, the reports are late. You're not taking care of this stuff. And
I'm hangry.
I'm hangry, and I think you're not getting enough sleep.
Exactly.
Mr. Manager.
Well, I'll tell you something interesting happened, and this is serious. That,
and you'll take out your phone on super dim and just hold it to his face.
I was down at the Nova site, and I heard a Nova survivor speak. This young man, who is about 23...
The Nova site is overwhelming.
Yes, it is overwhelming. But his message to me and the people I was with was almost, I guess, transformative. I mean, the way it has impacted his life and the changes he's made in his life were pretty amazing to hear about. And one of them is to have grace with other people and to not assume that you know what's going on in their heads. Like that's one of the ways he's changed his life dramatically since then in trying to better himself. So he said, like, someone honks at him or is, some sort of road rage situation. He starts to think, okay, that guy has cancer maybe or whatever.
Right.
Like, which is he said it's probably not true because he lives in Israel and people are flat out nuts just because they are. But you know what? Maybe they're nuts because they grew up with this. For us, this is abnormal. But for them, they had war. Slight break, war. Regular old Israelis.
Yeah, I think about that a lot. Like, I think about what's normal here and what's not.
But I had this, the 2 days after that man spoke to me, a woman started honking at me. I was just walking, and it turned out that...
Was it a courtesy honk? Like, were you like looking good?
Well, I'm always looking good these days.
So maybe that's why she honked.
Oh, no, I got the glasses.
No. They're fine.
I'm not fine. I look like the rest of you. So,
you weaklings.
And people are giving me such backhanded compliments about this thing. Well, you used to be kind of a good-looking guy, so you could get away with those glasses. That means bad glasses.
Did they say you were good-looking back then before glasses?
No.
Just saying. Not even that.
Anyway, I start talking to this lady. I said, you know what? I'm going to give her the time of day. I don't know what this woman wants from me.
You're like 9:45.
And she's yelling at me. And it turned out that her son had been killed. It's not funny. What's funny? That's like the worst thing that can happen to someone.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
She was driving?
Her son had been killed 20 years ago.
No, but she's driving. She honks.
Stopped.
And you start.
I work at a school. She drove onto the campus and was honking and yelling at me that she wanted a maintenance person because she actually owns a company that makes some sort of building supplies. But she was being so rude to me and like screaming, "Where's Itzik? Blah, blah, blah." I'm like, oh my God, just let me be. Like, you're being so... Anyway, I stopped. I walked over. I smiled. You know, I have this disarming smile that I can fake. And it turns out that then she said, after all that, after I calmed her down and I kind of talked her through that little situation she was going through, she said, you know what? I would like to talk to you about maybe students in your school going somewhere up north. That would mean a lot to me. And I was like, well, what? And she told me about this memorial to her son who had been killed up near the border, and nobody really goes there, and she would love for people to go. So people are carrying a lot.
Oh my God, that's a very heavy story. You're amazing at getting to the bottom of people's souls so quickly.
I have always been good at that. I don't know how I do it. Sometimes on planes, I'll get everything and use it against them. The pilot once had me sit up next to him.
So we should be patient with people.
Be patient with people because we're all tired. Yeah. A night like last night, it felt like a miracle. We slept through. There was a siren.
Right.
I don't remember last night. By the way, you can't remember a day later which sirens happened and what it was like. But nothing has been poo poo poo, as my grandmother used to say. But it has not been as intense as the last war in terms of in terms of how many missiles were shot at a time at us, it seems like. And by the way, I think
that's why we went to this war, is to keep that ability low.
Right. So that's good. And it seems to be slowing down.
And better than the alternative.
Yeah. And also nothing poo poo poo. It doesn't seem to be as close, like coming at us. Remember, like as last time, poo poo poo.
You don't have to say poo 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 anymore.
Really? When can I stop?
You can stop.
Poo. I can't help it. So it seems like it's just smaller volleys, and they're not aiming for my house.
They might be aiming for it, but missing. It's hard to hit. It's a long shot. I don't
like these reports about us running out of interceptors. That's not a happy thought.
No, but I don't think we are. Who says we are? I don't believe that.
I think the AP. What are they?
Associated Press or Agence France Presse?
I don't know what that is.
That's the AFP.
See all this thing about BB being dead? It turns out he's alive.
Yeah, you know what I would do? I was just thinking about this morning. Right, they thought he's dead, and then they think the videos of him being alive are AI.
Yeah.
So what I would do now is troll them further and like make a video. They made a video of him at a cafe. And
right. That looked like AI.
They videoed him at a cafe
with seven fingers.
Coffee. Yeah. But what I would do now is like, I don't know how many videos I need to make to convince you that I'm alive. Could a dead person do this? And then I'd have him like fly or pull fingers out of his hand. That would be just troll them.
Yeah, or have him jamming with Paul McCartney, the last guy. The last guy they were convinced was dead. It's just wishful thinking on their part. The man is very much alive, and kicking, and hopefully he knows what he's doing. And I believe that at least.
But apparently they believe their own lies.
They do.
Amit Segal was writing about it. That they believe they believe the propaganda that I guess some elements there are
well, they're conspiratorial.
They're a dishonest society.
Here's my theory, because it feels like things are going well in terms of how often they're shooting rockets at us and how few rockets are coming. And I don't want to minimize it because people are dying.
Right.
2 theories. 1, we're degrading their missile systems. 2, they have a guy who's the Israel guy over there.
The Israel guy.
And he has ADD and he's sort of lazy. And I know people like this.
Probably has glasses.
And they're like shooting at Qatar, they're shooting at the U.S. personnel. And they're like, has anyone shot at Israel? Like,
where's Mahmoud?
Where's Mahmoud? And he's like, oh, yeah, I was about to do that, right? And then 8 o'clock at night we get one.
Okay,
but then he sleeps at night.
I feel fire. Yeah, he likes to get in on a nap in between the volleys.
I'm going to tell you something else. I heard BB's press conference last night. Quote unquote BB. And that 7-figure man, he said a lot of things that I thought were good. Like, I'm not black and white about anybody, right? I have a lot of problems with BB, but I also can recognize in certain respects his greatness. But I do think he's a little harsh on the Iranians.
Really? The Iranian people?
Yeah, because if you think of it from their leadership, because if you think of it from their perspective, it's not like America where every third person, including like Orthodox Jews and Teaneck, has a gun. They don't have any weapons.
Right.
And so they went out in the streets, and I don't know the numbers because some people say up to 20,000, 30,000, 5,000, whatever it is, they were brutally suppressed. And what does it take to go back out? It must be so frightening, that thought.
Yeah.
And I don't know how that happens if you don't have elements from within the military or, I don't know, the leadership turn. Do you? What's your prognosis there?
I don't know, but you use the word element, which is a very professional. It's like a pundit. Elements.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. I think it's very hard for people to come out when the bombs are falling.
Right.
Who knows? These
Not
are very
the bombs
big...
falling. I'm saying...
Oh, the repression.
The repression. The bombs falling is a separate thing.
All right,
It's kind of cool how we're hitting this. What is it? The Basji or the Basiege?
I think it's besiege.
The besiege. Say it again.
Besiege. I think.
How do they pronounce it? Besiege. Yeah.
I don't know. I do a pretty good Iranian accent though.
Let's hear it.
I can. Okay. They say okay like that. They have like a soft K. Okay. Stop yelling at me. I will stop firing at Qatar and shoot at Israel. It's not Qatar. You can do those.
The funniest thing is, like, normal Muslims go and move to the States or move to Europe, and they stay in their little ghettos and they're doing their halal meat and all that crap. Yeah. These Iranians, they're just living it up in Beverly Hills. Yeah. I mean, you see their rallies, they look like raves.
Yeah, they call Tehran Tehrangeles.
Everyone knows that.
And they call Toronto. Did you know that?
They call it...
and they call Great
Beverly Hills, yeah.
Great Neck.
They call Great Neck. But, I mean, they're so well assimilated.
They're nice people.
I'm sure all the Iranians, except for a few, are nice people.
I have a theory about
what
Iranians are very intelligent people overall. They highly respect education. Their general cultural morality tends towards selfishness. They don't have a lot of kids. Really, I'm talking about generalities. I'm talking about the Iranian code. I'm not talking about the.
Okay.
This doesn't reflect on any particular person.
Right.
You could say the same thing about Europe.
It's a stereotype.
Low birth rates. It's a certain self-focus rather than.
I see.
They're not really different from Europe in that way, but they are different from, let's say, other countries in the Middle East who are, including Israel, who have more kids. And that's a little bit. Having kids is a little bit of a selfless act. You're
saying even in the countryside there, the rural population there has low birth rate? Is that true?
No, rural. Okay. We've had arguments also about like plastic surgery.
We've talked about that, right?
So
right.
And there's also very low trust in Iran among each other, not just between different factions, let's say government or not government, or just even among.
Is that a Middle Eastern thing or that's an Iranian thing?
I think it's also in other countries in the Middle East.
So they have the same
and
sort of.
We better avoid that.
They have the same like hospitality that like Arabs have.
I think. I don't have no idea. Yeah, I don't know a lot about Iran, but I think so.
I don't know anything about it. It's a big country.
Yeah, there's a lot of great things about it. I guess there is. I don't really know.
Oh, I know it's big. It's the size of Alaska, but I don't know how big Alaska is.
Zoroastrians.
Have you been to Alaska?
No.
I've heard it's big.
I'm not sure if my wife has been to Alaska. I don't know Alaska.
And that's where the podcast ends.
No, come on. There's a lot more tape left. That's that one. So, Benji?
Yeah?
Good news. If we're done with politics and discussing elements...
You let me get out my shout out to the troops.
Yeah, first of all, that's very important.
I know. These pilots, I don't know. I don't think it's easy. By the way, I don't do well with long flights, right?
Yeah.
And they're just flying again and again and again and again. And it's not normal flights. You can't watch a movie, I don't think. You can't just put in your headphones.
Where do they go? Where do they pee? I guess in a bottle.
No way to know that. Yeah.
And
Adi, what's the good news? So I got the shout out. We talked about life here. We said
I've had two grandchildren. Oh. I think since the last time we recorded. Both of them.
Let me just finish. So we said we're tired during the war. Oh, that's amazing. 2 grandchildren.
Thank you.
What, a boy and...
Anyway.
Our whole equipment just crashed.
No, that's fine. We just lost the battery. So I had 2 grandchildren.
What's the last thing they heard? I kept talking forever.
We can edit this part out.
Oh, but it's still something. People should know what happened.
Or the battery died. There's a lot of dust on this equipment.
The Iranians didn't do this.
No, I don't think so.
It's just a battery. Okay.
Anyway, I had 2 grandchildren since we last recorded.
Oh.
Which sounds like I'm taking a lot of credit for it. My daughters had babies. They were...
Mazel tov.
Thank you very much. A girl and a boy.
Right.
And Neve and then Yuval. They're both very cute.
Which is the boy?
Yuval. Oh, they're both names go both ways.
I know in Israel it's very fluid. Yeah,
Neve Habat and Yuval Haben. I was thinking about a good name for babies now in Israel. Maybe you'll see this be popular. It could be Mujtaba for a boy.
Sure.
And Mujtabat for a girl. Mujtabat. It's pretty.
I'm impressed you remember his first name.
Mujtaba?
Yeah. How do you remember that?
It's been in the news a little bit.
I'm not sure we have to remember it.
Khamenei.
Yeah.
I think it's Khamenei.
Did you read this report that Mujtaba is gay? Not that there's anything wrong with that.
There's something wrong with an Ayatollah being gay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't know enough about their religion.
I think it's against their religion.
Oh, okay. It's haram.
I mean, I would like it to be an open up religion where it wouldn't be a problem, but I think they're...
Okay.
Anyway.
But anyway, he might not be around, that guy. But first of all, Mazel Tov. I know your children are very amazing. Your grandchildren are super cute.
Thank you.
And you're a good person. And
thank you. You too, Benji.
And I know how
Even
little you slept last night, so I'm going to forgive you for any slights today.
Okay.
That's the new me. And I want to wish you a lot of nachas.
Thank you for that grace. But I want to tell you a story about the babies.
Can I wish you nachas?
I prefer nachat.
I want to wish you nachat.
Thank you.
There you go. With all of your beautiful, amazing family. And even though you're getting older, I want you to keep accomplishing things in your life and not just fade into the sunset.
Thank you.
As people are afraid you will. Okay, go on.
Thank you so much for those kind words. It's like I'm at my bar mitzvah.
Yeah, I know.
Are you going to give me like a Bible or something?
I'm not giving you anything.
Maybe 1 Samuel 15?
Amalek?
Give me an Amalek. An Amalek amulet. Could be money in that. Such a crypto dream.
I wonder if there's a poly market for how many times the word Amalek is said by podcasters. I'm on that. Okay, go on.
So, and there's a thing in Israel called tipat chalav. It means a drop of milk.
Sure.
And a tipat chalav is it's an interesting institution. It's like it's nurses run it. It's run by nurses, most of them women.
Sure.
And female. You see female nurse. You don't say woman nurse. You usually say female. You see male nurse.
Yeah.
You don't say anything.
Just say nurse.
A nurse could be anybody.
Yeah.
Mujtaba could be a nurse. It doesn't matter.
An Ayatollah is only a man.
Oh, really?
I don't know enough about Iran.
Okay, but anyway, back to the grandson.
Not Iran. Yeah.
Tipat Chalav is it's care for newborns to make sure they track the newborn. You go there every few weeks, and they make sure the newborn's like hitting that there's no problems in the development of the newborn.
Good.
And always, like when you go, and I have great respect for the medical profession, all the different levels and silos of the medical profession. And, but when you go let's say for like a sonogram or sometimes a technician will like give their opinion, and then you go to the doctor and there's nothing.
Yeah.
Like they go, ooh, yeah, you better get that looked at. Like when I went to get a sonogram of my liver.
I've had that. Yeah.
And where they said, ooh, your liver's actually spelled out the letters SOS in fat deposits. You might want to check.
Because of the alcoholism.
Yeah, that's a joke.
Yeah, that's not a joke.
No, alcoholism is not a joke.
Your wife and I talk.
Yeah,
okay.
But that part is... No, but technicians will do that. So tipar chalav, it's always that. It's like in life, when you see a baby, even though the baby might not be cute, you're supposed to say, oh, what a cute baby.
Sure.
Yeah. And your baby's so cute.
Also, you don't know what that baby's been through.
What pudgy cheek. Well, you should have grace. Maybe the baby has
You need grace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you're just saying nice things, but in your mind, so these are, you might be thinking, that's not a very good looking baby or something, right? That baby's fat or something. You might be, especially someone like you, might think that.
I might think it, but I have a really good filter.
The tipar chalav nurses, these are women who think these terrible thoughts about babies and can never say them.
Right.
And then they're professional. Because my daughter will come back like, oh, the head is big. The head is really a very large head. The weight is fine, but the head, or the baby is not, it's focused, but not reaching. You want more reaching. They always have a criticism that they want to say about other babies that they see, and now they can finally say it. And then, of course, the babies, thank God, end up being fine. Yeah. In my experience.
You might not know this, but I was in the hospital yesterday, speaking of medical stuff.
If I would have known that, I would not have gone to give you flowers, but I would have sent flowers with like Walt.
You've talked about flowers 100 times during this podcast. It's like you're running some sort of advertisement for 1-800-Flowers. Does that still exist? Did I just unk myself?
You think you unked yourself?
Yeah, low key. So there I was at work feeling tightness in my chest. Now, you and I know someone...
after the conversation with that woman, like maybe some emotional tightness, like you've done something good?
That was a week ago, that woman. But
if you're still having tightness, you should have it looked at.
Well, that's just it. We know someone near and dear to us who had a heart attack, and Baruch Hashem,
you know what I say? Thank God he had a heart attack before the war. Otherwise, he would have had a heart attack.
You're right, but he's the nicest guy in the world. But he said the funniest thing to me. Meaning, he went in and he needed surgery, and thank God he's doing much better and he's doing well, and we love him. But there's comedy even in difficult times. And he said to me that he knew to go to the hospital because he told ChatGPT, my chest is hurting, my heart is hurting, I have tightness in my chest.
I feel like there's an elephant sitting on my chest.
What should I do? And he's like, it saved my life. It told me to go to the hospital. I'm like, I went into ChatGPT afterwards and I'm like, I feel a slight twinge somewhere that might be near my chest. Go to the hospital right now. Like, okay, that's not the beauty and amazingness of AI. And we'll spend a whole nother podcast on AI because it's changed so many lives recently, including my own wife. But love her. She has an AI lover now. No, at work, it's changed her life. But I went in there really because of him, because I'm thinking like, okay, heart attack, tightness in my chest, whatever. But as I was there and going through the system,
the hospital system,
in the emergency room, and I realized, you know what? It's not that tight. It doesn't hurt that much.
They don't let you out.
But I didn't want to be honest about that because I didn't want to look. So she's like, "Okay, how much pain? Like, do you need you need some pain medicine?" I'm like, "Oh, I really don't." But I'm like, "Oh, maybe," because I didn't want to be that guy who
doesn't accept. Who's not accepting.
No, I didn't want to be a hypochondriac.
My mother said. But you were being hypochondriac.
No, look, if you have tightness in your chest, you should go to the hospital. But in the middle of it, it was feeling a little bit better. And I'm in the middle of the thing, and they're doing all this stuff to me.
I once thought I was having a heart attack before I got on a flight from Asia back to Israel. It's a long flight.
Racist. Not all Asia is the same.
And you don't want to. I don't want to say where. I mean,
say where. You think they're all the same. Every country's the same. They speak a language I don't speak, and they eat spicy food. No. Every one of those foods is a different cuisine. Even within a country, South Vietnam, North Vietnam, Central Vietnam. Tell me where you were.
I was in Mongolia.
For reals?
No.
Okay.
Hong Kong.
Oh, I'm not.
Anyway, I fly back and I'm about to. I feel like I'm having a heart attack. I'm having chest pain. It's because I was fighting about with the check-in person. They're making me pay for baggage, and I really got mad, and I started to hurt, and then I'm like, oh my God, I might be having a heart attack. Yeah. Should I go? Should I not go? I decided to go, even though that's a bad decision. Probably I should have done ChatGPT and it existed and gotten checked out.
Yeah, probably a nice hospital though.
Anyway, I went through security. It's feeling terrible, and then I get to the duty free, and it's terrible, and then I burped. Everything was fine,
and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fantastic. By the way, you look really good like you're working out.
I think a burp could be a good... They should look into that to cure heart attacks, a burp. I don't know a lot about causality.
I don't know. We got to tell
cosmology.
Our friend. I have no idea. I just want to tell you look very good. You're working out, it seems like.
No, I'm not working out.
A lot of people during the war are just eating.
Shirts.
Like, what do they call it? Like stress eating.
The war pounds. The war 5.
Right. Yeah. Avi, I think I have to go. My wife said I have to help clean the house.
Well, the restaurant's right up there. I'll wait.
I can't.
Oh, you need to go.
But we should end on a couple important things. First of all, we did a lot of joking, but there was a lot of hardship and a lot of thanks to give to not only the Eibishter, but to our brave soldiers, the brave soldiers of the United States. And we're hoping for a better world to come out of this. Yeah. And we are also hoping that we all stay strong and resilient. And we want to wish our brothers and sisters overseas.
This is now the speech after the bar mitzvah speech.
Yeah, this is a whole speech I got going. Yeah,
keep going.
In
this
the
is
bar mitzvah
great.
speech, nobody would interrupt
I don't believe
me
you
like
didn't
that.
Get sleep. No one on Little Sleep could
What are
give
you talking
this
about? Last night we had no sirens.
It's true.
I woke up. I was scared.
I woke up. I'm like, what? I got gypped. I would love that going to sleep
go back
feeling.
To sleep. Exactly.
Oh, it's the best. My covers and my pillow. Benji.
Yeah.
What you said is very true.
Yep.
And yep. A lot of gratitude and prayers for people who are in harm's way,
right?
And from the United States and from Israel. And let's hope.
By the way,
best.
from
We're
the
in God's
U.S.,
hands.
think about us once in a while. You know, I know we've been at war for a long time, and it's annoying to write "How you guys doing?" But it's still nice to see. I'll tell you, there are people that still write that to me, and I love it. I don't know. They might have it on just like, I mean, it's just timed. It comes
also,
every month.
Write it, and if you do write that, write in a way where you don't have to reply. Because I want to get it, but I don't have to send. Just think of you. I hope everything's good.
Yeah, good. Right.
Yeah.
No, you could just do a heart.
Or no, I don't even want. I just want some.
Why can't you press the
write
heart?
it and close it up? Like thinking of a lot of you.
You don't need to respond to this.
Well, that's very overt. Then I do respond when people write that because I feel like it's passive aggressive.
No, because I have a friend, and you know this idiot. He starts. I'm sitting in a bomb shelter. He's like, "Opening day soon. Can't wait. Check your privilege."
Yeah.
I got the skies opening up on me with hot metal flying at my children. Check your privilege.
Chance of meatballs.
I got to see that movie now. Okay.
All right, but if you do go to opening day, Baruch Hu at the hot dog line.
Exactly.
Good. You'll freeze them up.
Good callback. Yeah. You're becoming a comic.
All right, Benji.
Okay, good Shabbos. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
May God be with you.